Do not write this down because this is actually, if you want, fine, but it's the formula that we had from yesterday, okay? Right? And this is little sigma squared. That's population variance. Now, I want you to notice a couple things between the two. You weren't in there, were you? Were you in there in that list? Did you finish yesterday? Killing me, Smalls. What? Okay, right? You okay? All right, so this is the one yesterday. Listen, now I told you I was going to play this video, but I can't play it on my video because of what you said. So we're going to, it's on my calendar. I put it out there so I didn't lose it because something bothered me yesterday about what I was kind of supposed to teach yesterday. I couldn't get past something. I just want to share that with you. So I went to the Algebra 2 notes and gave you this similar formula. Now, you get that, right? This is just the sum of every x value minus mu, which stands for what? What does mu stand for? Mean. Population mean, though. Okay, now I'll tell you what that means here. And I love this video that this guy does because it really put my mind in the right spot why the formula I'm going to show you next, well, after the video, is what it is. So what is population variance? Oh, for the love of dog. What is population variance? It's little sigma squared equals x minus mu squared, all the x values subtracted by the mean, squared, and then add them up. Then divide by capital N. Okay, now I'm going to explain something, and the guy does the same thing. You're going to get piggyback from the guy from, what's it called, that does all the math teaching. Khan Academy, exactly. Same guy, too, same voice. This is, and he actually has an example before this movie. Here we go. Okay, we have an example before the movie I show you that he talks about TVs. Okay, so I'm just going to give you the highlights of this. Say you wanted to find out how many hours people watch TV on average in the country, and there's 300 million people. If you could ask all 300 million people what they do as far as watching TV is, that is a population scenario. You get the whole population. This is called, when you find numbers off of this to analyze data, called a parameter. Okay, and he's going to use this idea in the show, and actually I caught that term as well. The difference between a parameter and a statistic. What is a statistic then? Well, a statistic is, can we really analyze 300 million people? Can we ask 300 million people something? Even if we threw a survey out there, would 300 million people fill it out? No, they wouldn't do it. So what we do is get a sample of those 300 million people. And then this is the whole choosing a sample. How do you choose a sample? We try to match demographics of the country and proportionally drag from that. But still, is that sample going to be exactly what 300 million people are doing? Yes or no? No, it couldn't be. So this is, when they say a population variance, look at your example yesterday. See your example yesterday? Look at it, look at it, look at it. I had how many grades? Let's call them grades. Wasn't it like simple grades like 90, 50, right? How many were there? 9, 8? How many were there? Yeah, no, with the 50, 60, 70, how many numbers were there? 8? Okay. Now, I divided by n, so I call that a population variance and a population standard deviation. This is what this means. I only had a class of 8 students. So I took all of the population and analyzed data off of that. That is a population variance and a standard deviation, as opposed to, hey, let me just take 3 of those 8 students and see what and do some math on that. That's called a sample situation. And the data I get off of that is called a statistic because it's trying to mirror what's happening in the whole population. Now, I'm going to go to the movie if you don't understand what I just said there. Ah! That can't be on the video. Did you see what I did there? Wait, was your names on there or no? So what do you think? Legal or not legal? Oh, boy.